Okay, here we go. This is 3.3 solving multi-step equations. So the last two units that we had combining like terms in distributive property, and then 1 and 2-step equations. So basically what we're doing with this lesson here is we are combining those two. All right. So just as a reminder, we are solving equations by using inverse operations in reverse PEMDAS order. And let's take a note here. To solve equations with multi-steps, we need to combine like terms, use reciprocals, and apply the distributive property and use inverse operations. All right, so let's just take a look at these examples here. If we have like terms, we should combine those first. Okay, so for this one here, we've got 3x's here and 3x's here. We should just combine those and call that 6x. Don't forget this -2. So we can either, I'm going to drop it down right there. So 6x minus 2 is equal to 10. And now we just have a two-step equation like we did last week. So we're just going to use inverse operations. So we're going to add 2. You do it to one side, you have to do it to the other side. Cancels out on the left side. We're just going to drop down this 6x is equal to 10 plus 2 is 12. Last step, just go ahead and divide both sides by whatever this coefficient in front of x is. So we divide by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So we're left with 1x, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay, so nothing really new, just putting it all together. All right, so if there is distributive property, we should do that first. So we'll go ahead and distribute this -2. So we're going to multiply -2 by both terms. -2 times x is just -2x. Then we do the second distribution. Remember, again, this is -2. Don't just do 2. So it's -2 times -2. A negative times a negative is a positive. So that's going to be plus 8. And then we'll just update the problem. We'll drop down this -5, drop down the equal sign, and the 3. All right, now, after we've distributed, we need to combine like terms. Okay, got the numbers without variables. Those are definitely like terms, these constants. So we're just going to combine those. That's just 8 minus 5, which is 3. So I get 2x plus 3 is equal to 3. All right, now I want to isolate this -2x. We just have a two-step equation. Let's subtract 3. Subtract 3. Eliminates on this side. I'm left with -2x is equal to 3 minus 3 is 0. And I want to figure out what x is. You can probably do this one in your head. What number times -2 equals 0? If you're not sure, we can just follow the process. Right, this is -2 times x. We need to do the inverse operation of division. And -2 divided by -2 is positive 1x. We don't write this 1, but just so you know. And then 0 divided by -2 is 0. So x is equal to 0. All right, let's take a look at some other things here. So we can also solve equations by using the reciprocal. So if we don't want to deal with ugly fractions, this one's not too ugly, but if we were to distribute this half, we would do 1/2 times 3, which is 1.5, and then we do the second one, and we get 1.5n. All right, and that's going to be a little bit ugly. It's not too bad with just halves, but there's an easier way we can do this. Remember, with those properties of equality, we can pretty much do whatever we want to an equation as long as we do it to both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply it by the reciprocal. The reciprocal just means you take the top number and you switch it with the bottom number, okay? So the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2 over 1. Okay, so if I do that, if I multiply this by 2 over 1, or 2, right, this is just going to cancel out. Or if we wanted to multiply it out, it'd be 2 times 1, well, that's 2. And 2 times 1, again, is 2. And that anything over itself is equal to 1, right? Hopefully we don't have to actually do that process. Hopefully we just recognize at this point here that these will cross cancel and you're left with 1. Okay, so essentially if the numbers out in front is 1, it's essentially eliminated, right? Because if I distributed a 1, it's not going to change anything. Okay, so it's essentially eliminated. Okay, but if we multiply by 2 over 1 on one side, we need to do it on the other side. So 2 over 1, again, that's the same thing as 2. We can write any whole number as a fraction over 1. We're just going to get 36. Okay, so let me just update this problem. We'll lose the parentheses. We're just left with 3 plus 3n is equal to 36. And then we go ahead and we subtract 3, and we're left with 3n is equal to 33. And then we just divide by 3 on both sides. And we're left with 1n is equal to 11. Okay. So just a little something you can do if you wanted to with that's just a way that using reciprocals can make your problem a little bit easier. Okay, and sometimes there's more than one ways. Pretty much with math, there's always multiple ways to find an answer. So I'll just go through an example of 2 ways that we can solve these equations. Okay, so there's probably like the more traditional way where we would just go ahead and distribute here. So let's first go ahead and get rid of this -5. Okay, so we'll just add 5 on both sides. And we're left with -6 times x minus 4. Let me rewrite that. Is equal to 36. Okay, and then we would distribute out this 6 or multiply. So we get -6 times x, which is -6x, and -6 times -4, which is +24. Drop down the equal sign, kind of update the problem. All right, and so we're going to update this problem. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 24, and we're left with -6x is equal to 12. And then we go ahead and divide by -6. Remember, we always need to divide by the exact coefficient. A lot of times students just forget and they divide by 6, not -6, or whatever, the positive instead of a negative. It's got to be the exact coefficient. All right, so we divide by the exact coefficient of -6, and we get +1x is equal to -2. All right, so there's one way of solving, but there is another way we can do this problem here. First thing I'm going to do is add 5 and add 5. So it starts out the same. Then I have -6 times x minus 4 is equal to 36. Now one thing we can do here is, because this is -6 times x times -4, what we can do is kind of do the inverse operation at this point, and we can actually divide here by -6, and that's okay as long as you do it to both sides. Okay, so -6 divided by -6, that's 1, which, remember, that doesn't really change anything here if we were to distribute it out, so it's essentially eliminated. Okay, so we get x minus 4 on this side, and then here we get 36 divided by -6, which is -6. And then from here, we just isolate x, so we just do the inverse operation of subtraction, and we add 4. Do it to one side, you got to do it to the other side, and we're left with x is equal to -6 plus 4. Right? If you owe somebody $6, you pay them back $4, you still owe $2. All right, so we get the same answer. multiple ways to skin a cat, as they say. Whichever method you prefer, you can try. That is all we have for notes this week. So only 10 minutes of notes for this week. I think you're pretty lucky with that. That means you got the rest of the time to work on the 18 practice problems that I got for you. All right, good luck.